Hi everyone, in the previous lesson we talked about list object, and in this lesson we will be talking about some list methods. Let's begin our lesson. The first method we will be learning is append method. This method adds an element at the end of a list. So we can use this list. I will be using the append method x.append parentheses. Inside the parentheses you have to add what you want to add. For example, I'm gonna add 10,000. Shift enter. You can look at the new x. You can see that the 10,000 will add it. The another method that we'll be using is remove method. This method removes the first item with the specified value. We add the 10,000. We can remove this 10,000 by using the remove method. X.remove parentheses. I'm gonna add 10,000. Shift enter. Let's look at new x. Yes, there is no 10,000. Also, you can use pop method. This method is different from remove because removes the element at specified position. Let's use pop method. If you do not write something in parentheses, what will be pop method do is shift enter and look at the output. Our output is 10 because the pop method removes the last element. Let's look at the new x. Okay, there is no 10. Also, you can remove by using indexing x.pop, and I'm gonna remove the fifth element. Shift enter. I can get the 6 because this is the fifth element from beginning 0. Now you can look at the new x. Shift enter. There is no 6 here. You can use pop by this way. Also, you can use the copy method. Returns a copy of a list. X.copy. Shift enter. Yes, this is our list, and we can make a copy of this list. I can give a name y equals this copy. You can change anything in this copy. For example, I can append something here. I can append 1000. You can look at y. Y has 1000, but you can look at x. X has no 1000 because the y is the copy of x list. Another method that we'll be using is extend method. Add the elements of a list or an iterable to the end of the current list. For example, you can use these two lists x and y. X dot extend. In the parentheses you have to use y. Shift enter. Let's look at the x now. Now the x list consists of x and y. Extends method add the elements of the other lists. Okay? Another method that we'll be using is count method. Returns the number of elements with the specified value. Okay, for example, let's create new list. Its name is D 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, and 5, and 5. Shift enter. We can use count method here. Count. I'm gonna learn how many times 3 occurs. Shift enter. 3 times occur in 3. You can look at the how many times 5. Okay, 5 is 2 times. The count method works like this. Another method that we'll be using is index method. This method returns the index of the first element with the specified value. We can use this list in this example. X dot index parentheses. I want to learn 4. I'm going to write 4 inside the parentheses. Shift enter. Yes, the index of 3. Why we get 3? Because the 4 is in the third index. Another important method is insert method. Adds an element that at the specified position. We can add something to this list by using insert method, but the first thing is which one do you prefer? I'm gonna write 5, comma, I'm gonna add 1000. Shift enter. Let's look at new x. Okay, I add 1000 in the fifth index. I'm gonna change to 7. Shift enter. Let's look at new x. Okay, in the 7th index we can add 1000. Another method we will be using is sort method. Sort very basic because the sorts the list. X.sort, shift enter, X in the previous example, X is this, there is 1000, but now 1000 is in the last element because it's sorting. If you want the highest number in the first element, you have to use reverse. Reverse equals true. Shift enter, let's look at new X. Yes, highest number, the first element, and less than, and go on. Another method we will be using is reverse method. Reverse the order of a list. There is difference between sort and reverse. For example, I'm gonna use this list, x equals this. I'm gonna use reverse method, x dot reverse, shift enter. I'm gonna look at x. Okay, this is reversing the list, but not sorting. As you see, my friend, the 1000 and 1000 is not the first element because this is not a sorting method, this is reversing. Just reverse the list. This method just reverse the order of a list. Okay? The last method we will be using is clear method. Clear method is very basic method, removes all the elements from the list. Let's clear this X list by using clear method. Shift enter. Yes, let's look at the new X. There is no element in X list. Okay, you can use clear method to clear and remove all the elements in a list. Lastly, I'm gonna talk about membership operators. There is two membership operators. One is in, second is not in. We will be using in a list. For example, let's create new X list, and you can use in and not in. In this in operator, true if value is found in the sequence. For example, 5 in X, what is the output? The output is true because 5 in the list. There is no problem. If you use not in, for example, instead of in, we will be using not in X, the output is false. If you use something not in, for example, I'm gonna write 23. Is 23 in X list? Shift enter, false. Okay, these are very important operators we will be using in for loop in the future lessons. So in this lesson we talked about membership operators and also we talked about some list methods. In the next lesson we'll be talking about dictionary data type. See you in the next lecture.